Well,
You should be on there.
hi, everyone. This is Annie, and Stretch is making the sound work. He's on the floor in front of me.
Hi. Hi, Annie. Are you on too? Yeah. You on?
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Joy Sprinkles!
I'm glad we've got a delay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
David.
Come back here.
Hey, gang. Hey, Quincy, Massachusetts. You guys are looking good.
While everyone,
Hi, Vicky.
there's still more people getting into the room, and so we're going to play a couple of songs.
Did you say?
Looks great.
Room, and we'll get started.
Thanks. How you guys doing?
And certainly doing our best here, and have
wow, Cammy and Helen
folks in. Okay.
Damn.
So scroll up.
That's better.
And all right. Okay. Hi everyone. I've got my tie on.
Theo.
Yeah.
Damn.
Our first song is
It's like old home week.
All right. I'm gonna sing you a song that Helen loved this artist, and so we're gonna sing this song, and you'll all hopefully recognize it.
Mm.
You fill up my sense like a night in the forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
Let me love you, give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again.
You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a mountain in spring, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. That was a little John Denver for us all. As folks are moving into the room, we've got one more song to go, and then we'll start proceeding. This is a song that is about our childhood dog back when I was a kid, and I thought I'd play it because Helen loved the dog, and he was called Brum. Am I a little out of tune, I wonder? Close enough for jazz. Running through the leaves, running next to me on a sunny day in Old Queen's Park. shiny black in the sun. Round the big tree, transport me away from my dull world. You were so many things to me, trusted friend and bad breath machine, and beautiful eyes in a lonely world, a lonely world, lonely world. Your death to me came as a big surprise. One day you couldn't get up, suffered from your mouth.
You rotten dog.
Well, I cried all night on my new bunk bed. Dad buried you under the mandarin tree. You were so many things to me, a trusted friend, and bad breath machine, and beautiful eyes in a lonely world. Lonely world.
Well, Coco's not ready. You have to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait.
And you'd run for miles, and then fall asleep with a smile. Well, I miss you when I miss those times, running around the crescent behind Mrs. Linley and the angry Doberman. The brown back gate never latched quite right, and the smell of rotting apples was sublime. You were so many things to me, a trusted friend and bad breath machine, and beautiful eyes in a lonely world, my lonely world, lonely world.
Oh, Coco, you ready?
You're going to play the chords of Lord's My Shepherd.
Okay, we're going through our schedule a little bit. I guess Ellie's going to.
Yeah, I'd like us all to begin with a prayer, please. So let us pray.
Cameron, can you get everyone to mute first?
Tucker.
Gathered together here are the many
No.
family and friends to honor the life
You stay right
of
here.
Helen Muriel Bratton.
Stay right there. Did you eat yours already, Coco? Here you go. Here you go.
We ask that you see and touch our hearts as we grieve, laugh, cry, and remember together her life and her spirit. Give us your grace to get through these times together and lead us through forgiveness to your peace. Amen.
Oh, okay. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He lays me down in green pasture. He leads me beside the still water. He restores my soul. He restores to me all that I've always been.
Are you ready again? Don't let Tucker get it. Yeah, Tucker, here's yours.
Lays a table before me in the presence of my enemy. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runneth over with his love. His love. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. 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 He lays me down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still water. He restores my soul. He restores to me all that I've always Day I give up all that I've known I am, to know that my will is one with the Father and the Son. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. 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 All right. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice to
Yay.
see everybody. Yeah, we had a lot of new additions.
Yay. Hi, everyone. I know it would be great if all our mics could be open, but that would probably be chaos. And so,
So we're sending love to
What's new?
look at you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm already seeing some pretty impressive hats. And I feel like that's a good thing. Although, you know, I see that I see some real fun hats. Oh,
Cam's going to be the master of ceremonies here.
okay. So that means I'm just going to do a little introduction because, you know, I love being spontaneous, but I also want to make sure that we say some real acknowledgements to folks who I think it's important to say. So I just want to say there's sort of two sections to this event. We'll do a little bit of official kind of things like we've been doing, and then after we're done there, I'm happy to open up the mic to those that would like to just send me a hoy in the chat, and I'll open some mics, and maybe we can share some spontaneous
Or
fun
raise your hand
afterwards
like this.
and celebrate and things like that. Okay. let's see. I just really want to acknowledge some folks too. Some amazing people that existed in Helen's life during the most difficult years. And some of those folks are Tracy and Jody at the Broderick Memory Care Facility, and folks in Toowoomba, Carol, Stephanie, Kushla, Natalie, Kate, Judy and Tony Brown, Hart and Liz, of course, Stanley, and everyone that unfortunately I may have missed because I who knows, but I want you to be acknowledged because it was it takes a powerful heart to be around someone who goes through real sicknesses and challenges, and you guys are brave. But you know what? Mostly of all, I'd like to really thank my sister Tracy, who has been an angel for years, and she had to experience some of the worst of the challenges of the dementia that my mom went through. You know, and she always had a positive attitude. And I hope, Tracy, you can see all the folks in this room just clapping and saying you're awesome, because you really are. It's been tough for us guys to not be there to help, you know. But 1,000 claps behind this one, Tracy.
Thank you so
You
much.
kick ass. Tracy kicks ass. And the other folks too, of course. And you know. Let me see. You know, when you look at your notes and you think, oh, I'm not going to say that. Well,
That's okay.
it's a celebration. You know, maybe I'd share. I have an awesome story that I want to share. And because I have the mic, I get to. But first off, I'm just going to say, you know, some of the stuff that we've been experiencing this week has just been amazing. Like Helen was alive for 81 years and she's known so many different folks and had so many different periods in her life. And one period that maybe you folks don't know about that, are you checking if anyone's coming, trying to get in?
Yeah, I am.
Great. Don't know about is she used to host a lesson reading of the Course in Miracles at what Tracy would describe as God's Hotel.
Oh, Dad, the echo might still be on.
Okay. It isn't. Thank you,
though.
though.
Never mind.
And that was one thing that I had forgotten. But she used to drive us crazy for years about that stuff because she was always pretty excited about what she was excited about. And maybe some of you folks had never known that. She would read her spiritual lesson from the Course in the morning and think that was just everything. And we'd hear about it for the rest of the day for years.
Daily lesson, yeah.
Daily lesson, baby. Anyway, I just want to thank everyone who's here for their support. And it really warms my heart to see that it's obvious that Helen touched you folks in a deeply personal way. And that really means a lot to me. And mostly I just want to thank her for being my mom. You know, pretty simple. Yeah, everybody needs a mom. She was a great mom.
Oh, yes.
I have to remind Emily to keep letting people in the room. Okay, so it's story time for me. Okay, so picture this. Young, nervous man with dreams of rock and roll stardom, thinking to himself, he's going to take this band on the road, baby. And his dad has a motorcycle club, which is in a small, dingy, cement-filled sort of cinder block room with a bunch of grungy dudes drinking. And we got the gig, so we were going to play there Friday night, me and my friends, and we didn't really know how to play. We could just make a lot of noise, pretty much. And, you know, I think the drummer actually fell off the stage at one point. Anyway, that's not really the story. The story is Helen, in her infinite mirth, decided she's going to masquerade as an emo. What was it back then?
Punk?
No. I guess like a Robert Smith kind of goth. I think goth was anyway.
Goth, yeah.
So she does a wig, she does the makeup, she does everything, and she sneaks into this gig and sits by the bar. And my friend Michael, she started chatting him up. And she's got glasses on and everything, and it goes on for a little while, and then my friend Christopher Lindale, who was in the band too, looks up at me, and he goes kind of white as a sheet, and he starts pointing, saying, "Oh my God, it's your mother. That's your mother." And my friend Michael, who was at the bar, of course, almost had a heart attack and died. And this is the sort of thing that I think my mom enjoyed immensely. In her career as a protagonist in the story of
or was it an antagonist?
Antagonist. She was, as I think Tracy would describe, a prankster.
Yep.
And so there's many stories like that in Helen's life, and of course maybe we will share them as we go along. And so that's the end of my thing, and I'm going to the next.
Me, Emily.
And we're going to speak. Okay, so you guys can hear Emily in this mic here, I think.
Yeah, this is good. Hi, everyone.
This is Emily Rose. For those of you who haven't met, this is
so good to see
this is
everybody.
Emily. She's here.
Hey. Hi. Thanks all for being here. This is so many people. This is wonderful.
Are we
what
seeing
a
everyone?
fun time. I'm so excited. Yeah, you just have to slide through the little slots.
I can drive
That'd be
while
good.
Emily talks.
So yeah, really appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much. She was a really wonderful grandma, and I really, really enjoyed her, and I loved all that she gave to me. She she would bake me berries, baked goods with too much ginger that I ate anyways, just because she made them just for me, and she gave me so many wonderful things. I wrote down what I'd like to say, and I'm going to say what I wrote down. When I think of Helen, I think of the many wonderful times in my childhood where she gave me her love. Growing up with her as my grandmother was very special. When I would visit her, she'd help me build big complex forts in the Gables living room and bring me tea and snacks to share. Sometimes she had some energy to take me outside. We'd walk out to see Parvo and Tulsa, the horses on the Gables property. They were huge when I was a kiddo, but it was always really nice to visit them with her. Sometimes she'd let me catch frogs along the house and we'd study them together. There was this particular orange foam that you can get for baths that she always gave me as a treat, and I would just coat the wall in this orange foam and then play in it. She let me have the best fun. Some of my most peaceful memories with her are in the Gables back room with the huge blue couch and the fireplace. The couch seeped up the smell of fire over years, and I'd leave with the smell still on my clothes. I'm appreciative of her love and care, and I'm so grateful that in celebration of her life, so many people from various points in her timeline can come together to recognize her from all experiences with love. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sweetheart.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
It's very lovely, sweetie.
You are my sunshine.
Oh, okay. So now, as you all remember, Helen liked music, and we've got some special treats later on in the show too. This is.
I'll just say, when Helen was babysitting for Cam and I, she liked to take Emily on long car rides and put in this tape over and over and over again. And it was kids' songs like The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round and that
Over
such.
and over.
So You Are My Sunshine is one of those, songs that you always teach your grandchild. And so we all learned You Are My Sunshine. I know I did. My father taught me that one. So let's sing that together. We'll keep your mic muted, but let's all sing You Are My Sunshine.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and be there for you. I'll protect you from harm's way, 'cause I adore you. You're all my dream come true. You are my beautiful sunshine.
Okay, one more time.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yay.
Okay.
Thank you
Hooray.
guys. Thanks for sharing that with us.
In some of the later times, we would sing with Helen a lot when we would call her on the phone in Broadrib. That was definitely one of the songs it was weird. She would sort of not really be in a memory or anything, and then we would start to sing, and she would start to laugh. And it made us feel good, you know, because we wanted to bring a little light into that difficult time. Okay, you'll have to surrender the mouse. Has anyone seen it? There it is. Okay, so now, forgive me, I'm going to try and play one of the video montages that my sister Ari graciously put together for us. And I will do that now as I'm talking, because I'm talking and I'm stretching, because I'm also doing something on the computer here. And
Thank you so much, Ari.
okay.
Yeah, thank you, Ari.
This is perfect.
Okay,
Really
so if
appreciate it.
you guys can help me out and just let me know that I'm wow. Hey guys, so let me just bring myself back online here. Stop sharing. How's that? So did everyone give me a bit of a thumbs up if you saw that? You see that?
Nice.
All right. Yay.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Ari.
Oh, guys, wasn't that amazing?
Wonderful. Thank you.
We have 3 more of those coming up.
Yeah, we do. We have surprises. Thanks, Ari. Okay, and once again, I'm stretching because I don't know what's happening next.
Remember we said it was going to be Tracy's recording.
Remember we said? Yes, I do
Followed by
remember
another
that
video
now.
montage on
Okay,
deck.
we are going to enjoy seeing my sister Tracy talk. Okay, so once again, I will do my best to share the screen here. Okay, share screen options. Great. And here we go. Tracy's going to say hi.
How do you give a balanced summary of someone's life and wrap it up in a few paragraphs? Helen Kennedy, otherwise known as Muzzy. Which brings me to the wig. Muzzy was quite a character, larger than life and quite a prankster. But everyone that knows me knows Mum and I did not always have an easy run. As the eldest, I used to call myself the experiment in behavioural management, and I have to say I was not a great student. But I have happy memories of growing up, and I'm grateful that Mum taught me to be fiercely independent. Mum had 4 distinct bubbles in her life. Her young life growing up in Canada until she was about 23. Her life in Australia, married to Hart, with 3 children, until she was about 50. Her time back in the USA, Wisconsin, at God's Hotel, till she was about 70. And her time back in Australia, till she died when she was 81. I was a significant part of 2 of those bubbles. She was born in 1939 in Canada as the 3rd child in a noisy family. She had fond memories of her time growing up surrounded by people and fun. Chewing on fresh bitumen, walking to school in the snow. She told us about teaching swimming in the summers and scooping the poop out of the pool. She was May Queen in her senior year, and she loved her time as an air hostess for TransCanada Airlines. They got married and Helen and Hart migrated to Australia in the early 60s and ended up in Toowoomba, where I was born first. Then a couple of years later, Cameron, and 10 years later, Ari was born. Muzzy was a unique mother, and most of our childhood was a combination of weird and entertaining, but we only knew it as normal. She loved to help people and always was out at meetings, events, church, cake sales, tennis, Lifeline, the list goes on. She used to bribe me to go to church with a licorice ice cream on the way home. We lived on healthy food, brown, before it was really a trend, and she always experimented with food. It reminds me of one time she served a zucchini wrapped up in a piece of bread. Told me it was a green hot dog. To this day, I can't eat round zucchini, only if it's cut into long strips. She accidentally tried to poison us with mushrooms she'd collected in the front yard and cooked for dinner. Thankfully, Stephanie stepped in and there was disaster avoided. She took in all sorts of strays and was accepting of anyone that decided to stay. I think Louise slept on my bedroom floor for most of the last 2 years of high school. And that other crazy lady, Miss Porter, that used to jump out from behind the door. Muzzy was involved in many groups and clubs and anything where she thought she could do some good. She loved craft and sewing and was working on an embroidered tablecloth every Friday at tennis for probably a decade. When she finally finished it, she celebrated with a fancy tea party. She was horrified when I took all of her teacups, and I use them every day, even now, dishwasher and all. She loved the idea of gardening, and she could grow African violets, and our dining table was full of them. She was seriously interested in personal growth, and I remember we all laughed when she informed us she was going on a 10-day silence retreat. We thought it was the funniest thing that there was no way she could keep that quiet for that long. I think she proved she had a pretty good stubborn streak. She had the kitchen painted bright yellow and it was the centre of our home. She loved to make big things out of birthdays and their funny stories about the unique cakes she made. Her specialty was icing a plastic ice cream container, tipping it upside down to look like a cake. I have memories of chocolate brownies with peppermint icing. No idea where that came from. And she and I made chocolate chip cookies, but I think we ate most of the dough raw. We burned popcorn on many occasions, and I remember trying to scrub the black out of the bottom of the pan. Mum and I travelled a lot too. When I was 15, we took a trip to London and then Canada for Christmas. I saw my first snowfall from the windows of the Fortnum and Mason department store in London. She loved to make an event out of Christmas in Australia, but I think North American cold climate never really transferred very well, as the tree would usually droop, and it was usually so hot it was better to just eat watermelon. I don't remember it, but I'm told one year when I was young, she cooked a turkey. It would not fit in the fridge, so she put it in the cupboard. Needless to say, the turkey didn't survive the Australian heat and didn't make it to Christmas. She loved a chat and a laugh, but we didn't really become friends until well after I'd left home. We often went to Cameron's gigs together, no matter how much vomit was on the venue floor. One time the drummer fell off the back of the stage, but she did not seem to mind. She was so proud of his musical efforts. She loved to sing, but I thought she had horrible taste in music. I hid her Nana Muscuri cassette tape and was quietly pleased when John Denver died, so I didn't have to put up with Take Me Home Country Road songs anymore. I took her out on one occasion dressed up as a goth with a black wig, clothes, and black makeup. Dad asked me who my friend was. She was always up for a joke and a bit of fun. She and I left Australia at the same time. She went to Wisconsin and I went to Dallas. Her time at God's Hotel, as I called it, was a happy one for her, and I'm grateful for that security the community provided for her. She had many friends and loved the company. She officiated at my wedding to Glenn in Dallas, and as Ruth rightly remembered, wiped her nose on her sleeve. Unfortunately, it was a borrowed suit, but she did wash it and apologise. We had a trip together to Paris for a week, and I dragged her around to all the galleries and up the Eiffel Tower. A different trip to see Ari and Evelyn, Switzerland, the year that she was living there, and it was a challenge to walk up and down Cowpat Lane in the ice and snow. We went to Oxford for Ari's and Stu's wedding. Mum was always happy to just come along and travel with me, and we often found the weird and wonderful sights by accident. She might have met her match with Glenn as a prankster. She started the competition when she first met him by jumping into bed with us and giving him a Dutch oven. She laughed like a fool and Glenn was horrified, but I think that was the start of the fart jokes that continued right to the very end. She also gave him the first tour of an Australian roundabout in the car. I think she did 4 laps of the big one at the top of Russell Street, making us all quite dizzy. Unfortunately, we had to make a tough decision to bring her back to Australia for the last decade, and it was really difficult for both me and Mum. There's a photo of Mum taken at this time with the 3 of us children together for the first time in 20 years that year, and the last. It stayed on her wall till the end. Mum had both knees replaced, and thankfully that gave her another decade of mobility. She was obsessed by exercise. Feldenkrais, aqua aerobics, swimming in an unheated pool right the way through winter. She tried really hard to forge a happy life, but it was tough. She loved volunteering at the Empire Theatre and the library and made friends where she could. Dementia set in early for Mum, and she was horribly embarrassed and swore me not to tell anyone. It was really hard for her friends to understand why she'd make a plan then totally forget to turn up. She got lost often and really struggled to live on her own. It was difficult and very isolating for her. But Glenn was always a source of fun for Mum. At one stage, we thought we might be telling this story to Mum at Glenn's funeral before he had the transplant. Hart and Liz invited us all to a barbecue. Glenn brought the sausages, gave them to Hart to cook, and being breakfast, all the food was put in the middle of the table. Mum had a sausage and was impressed and asked Glenn, these are good, where did you get them? Muzzy, they're special sausages made just for you, and he smiled. Given she was a strict vegetarian, he never did tell her they were kangaroo sausages. But I think she would forgive him, as he was her hero. I think we might owe Catherine an apology here too. Glenn rescued her from a big brown snake in her garage. He got the rat out of her car after it built a nest in the engine bay. He hosed it out, the rat took off across our feet, ran back the other way and out into the yard. He bought her singing bird motion detectors, and every time you would walk past them, they would chirp, and he put them all over her house. She generally loved his company and the visits, especially over the last couple of years in Broadroof Home. Thankfully, we were able to make the trip back to Canada in 2014 for Stephanie Bratton's wedding. It was a gathering of all the Bratton siblings, nieces and nephews, and she reconnected with her cousins. She went to the lake, enjoyed her time in Canada. Natalie and Mitch helped care for Mum as well, while we were trying desperately to find somewhere safe for her to live. I'm grateful that they treated her as their own. Thanks also to Stephanie Akers for the regular calls to Mum and for taking Mum on a special holiday to Sydney. Mum was always up for a picnic, and Carol and Pam often took her different places in Toowoomba, and Kushlin went to visit and spend time with her as well. Sadly, a lot of the time Mum didn't remember to tell me, but I really appreciate the support around me during that very difficult time. Dad and Liz were always in the background and always willing to help, as was Ari. She was there for the constant support and phone calls to Mum that she looked so much forward to. Mum loved the earrings that Ari made for her. Dementia is death of 1,000 cuts. It was horrible to see how the slow deterioration took Mum. But thankfully, once she moved into Broadrib, she was well supported, had company, and was well looked after. She was mostly happy, and Jody and Tracy and the rest of the staff at Broadrib were amazing the way they cared for her. The Mum I want to remember left years ago, and I hope with time I can remember more of the good stuff and less of the challenges. Mum, I hope you found what you're looking for. Rest in peace.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks
Yeah.
so much for putting
Wow.
that video together.
That was really awesome, Trace. Thank you. I got to follow that with something. Okay, looks like we've got another montage. Okay, let's see. What have we got here? I think number 2?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, we've got another. Hang on a minute and we'll get that going. All right, now I'll just make sure it's loaded. Okay, and now I'm going to share the screen in Zoom. There we go. I think that's right. Wish me luck. Okay, here we go.
Next is going to be David Brad.
Okay.
And then the third video montage.
Great. All right. Let's see now. I'm going to stop sharing. And we forgot to queue up the wonderful
Thank you.
Ari is awesome.
Those are such cute photos.
Weren't they cute? That was it makes me see how many thousands of people we are in our lives, you know. So what I'd like to do is cede the floor to David Bratton, who is her brother, and we will hand you the mic, sir. Let's see, am I doing it right?
You have to unmute him.
I kind of put him on the spot a little bit. I should have warned him, and I apologize for that. Yeah, I think he can hear me.
Cameron, you have stopped my video.
Give him a little moment to
We
get
could
ready.
give him a little moment. Let me see. Ask to start video. There we go. I think I'm clicking on David's feed.
Oh, you gotta open his video to the far right.
The far right.
There we are.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, Cameron, you stopped my video. You stopped my
I
video,
can
so I
see you
couldn't do
now.
that. Okay. Can I have a couple of minutes?
It seems to be working. Maybe I'm going to mute.
Do you hear me? Raise your hands if you can hear me. Excellent, excellent. Okay, thank you so much. Cameron, I'm, for those of you who don't know me, I'm David. I'm Helen's younger brother, and the butt of many of her pranks. So my first thing is, this is for Glenn and Tracy. And I just wanted to say hello, okay? Because I'm so proud of them. And Glenn getting out of the hospital. Glenn, you're awesome. An Iron Man for sure. And I love the hair. Anyway, listen, I wanted to thank, first of all, Cameron and Ellie and Emily and Ari for organizing this. It's a wonderful thing that you've done. There are 74 people, and my sister Beverly, I'm not sure if she's on. She's been struggling to get on. She's 85 and somewhat technologically proficient, but I think she's having a bit of a challenge here. Anyway, when I see this screen, I'm reminded of the John Lennon song, Imagine, when he starts out by saying, look at all the people. These are the people, the family, the friends, the people that Helen has touched with her life across her 81 years, and I'm so proud of everybody. My perspective is a little bit different because Helen left home when she was 20 or 21. So I'll just talk a little bit about growing up together. And this is for Glenn, the original prankster. I was always sucked in by Helen and trailed her around. She was a year and a half older than me. And the first memory I have of her is when I was 3 years old. She painted my bum, the crack in my bum, blue, and ran away laughing. The next prank she did was mushing a margarine bag and throwing it at me, and when I ducked, it hit the wall and splattered. Helen was always bubbly, always full of beans. Every picture you ever see of her, she has a smile on her face. And that's what I remember. She grew up in Unionville. We had a ball together because she and I were younger than Beverly and John, my older brother, sister and brother. We always got into trouble. Actually, she got me into trouble a lot. And when I think about it, I think about things like far away and close at hand. Helen left for Australia. She came back to Canada. I remember one summer with Tracy and Cameron, you'll remember this. We had Christmas for you in the middle of the summertime. And you actually thought it was Christmas and wondered where Santa Claus was. We had a tree and the whole thing. So a treasured moment when you came back. And Helen came back quite, amazingly frequently. Mom and Dad went over there. My brother John went over there. I can't remember if Beverly went, but I never did. I never took the chance to do it. I was getting married, growing up, having children, and so on. But when Helen came back, I remember some very treasured moments. When Stephanie Bratton got married, Helen came with me, and the two of us went on a journey to Maniwaki and then 31 Mile. And I see that Liz Gorman is on here as well. And one of the places we stopped was my cousin Donna's cottage. And one of the pictures that you might see on Facebook is Helen and I with matching green shirts. I don't know how that happened. And with a warm welcome at Donna's. From there, we went to Perth. And with my cousin Jacqueline Morris, we went to see Helen's Aunt Irene, one of the twins. She was 99 at the time, and Helen hadn't seen her for 35 years. They sat down, and Jackie and I just sat back and watched Helen sit down, and the two of them just bonded immediately. It was amazing. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble here because she's so far away. Anyway, that's really what I wanted to say, is that she was a great prankster. And I loved her very much. And I know that my brothers and sisters loved her. My brother and sister loved her as well. And we're going to miss her terribly. So thanks, Cameron, for letting me say that. That's it.
Thank you so much, David, for
Thank you, David.
this is really sweet. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, this is something, isn't it? Okay, I'm being told that there's a video montage coming next. So that's going to be exciting because I'm going to bring it up here. And these timeline things are hilarious, aren't they? Man.
Elizabeth Gorman, you'll be right after this video montage.
Yeah, but that's a recording, yes? All right,
No,
okay, we're
I
just
don't have
loading.
Elizabeth Gorman.
I do. Okay, and now I'm going to share the screen. Yeah. Yep, I think that's it. Good luck to me.
That looks right.
Okay, here we go. Now, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was really something, wasn't it?
Ari, wow. Wow. Thank
Wow.
you so
I
much.
forgot about a lot of those pictures.
And the weddings, both the weddings. You're crying, gonna make me cry.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Thank you, Ari, so much for putting those together. That I really appreciate getting to see her life in all of its extensions and forms. Thank you.
Yeah, wow. Okay, we have a little special video from Elizabeth Gorman now. So I'm going to make that happen if I can. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna share screen.
Make sure that.
Yeah. Share screen first with audio. And here we go.
In the 1950s, the Earl Bratton family from Unionville would pile into their car and make the journey to Ottawa and then up to Thomasine Lake and La Vérendrye Park in Quebec to visit the Vern Bratton family at their small log cabin on the side of the lake with a very large sandy beach and very few restrictions as to what we couldn't do. This is where I got to know my cousin Helen from far away. We always had such good and fun times, building sandcastles, picking raspberries and blueberries, making up skits, and of course, performing them to whoever would watch. Helen and I became fast friends and cousins. She was game to do almost anything, always with a wonderful smile and blue dancing eyes. Memories. When it was time for our family to visit Unionville, I looked forward to that time because I got to hang out not only with Helen, but David, John, and Beverly, and get to know their friends and do big city things. Memories. Skip forward a few years, and Helen is off to Australia. Too far for me to go and visit. However, we kept in touch via snail mail. My next visit with Helen was a summer. She came home and came to visit us at our next cottage at 31 Mile Lake. We bonded immediately. Memories. It was to be many more years and raising families to adulthood before she would next come to Canada in 2014. Once again, we enjoyed visiting each other, this time in Mississauga. She stayed with us, and we had the pleasure of hosting a reunion of Tracy, Cameron, Ari, and Helen, to be followed by a Bratton family reunion at the Royal Canadian Yacht Club, hosted by cousin Donna Cameron Carter. Helen was her constant smiling self with dancing eyes. Memories. I've always felt blessed to have had Helen as part of my life, and now I smile at the memories. Thank you, Helen. Liz Bratton Gorman.
Oh, thank you. I can see everyone clapping. Yay. Okay, now, unfortunately, I didn't succeed at warning Beverly, but John, David actually asked me, hey, John, hey, Nancy, asked me if Beverly would like to say something, maybe a little benediction. There is about 80 of us here, so I'm currently madly looking through all of the faces, and I'm not seeing Beverly just yet. So what we'll do is we will add a montage here, and I'll continue searching for Beverly's connection. Okay, maybe someone can scooch me a message.
I don't know how to do this anymore.
Okay. All right. So what am I doing? I'm sharing. I'm going to share the montage. Okay. So let's turn that off. Oh, wow. Yay.
Yay. Thank you.
I just received a message from David saying that Beverly is not able to get onto the call. And he suggested that maybe John would like to say something. Is that something? Do you want to give us a wave if you'd like to say something there, John? And yeah, okay. All right, I'm going to get your mic here and we'll take it from there. All right. If we can.
Okay, I think we can hear you.
Mm-hmm. We're trying. Still unmute. I'll turn us off.
There, should be up. Should be up. Should be up. Should be up. That's this thing. 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 How's that?
You're on this one.
No. Turn. Can you hear me there? Turn. I've turned my computer one off. My computer went off. Well, it is Australia, so there's a big echo.
You were on the tablet.
Well, that's you. Okay.
Yep, you're good to go,
Have you
John.
muted it?
We're good to go.
We can hear you great.
So
Okay.
start talking.
I am, but it's not working. Can you hear me, Cameron? You hear me, Cameron? You hear me, Cameron? Whoa. I'm getting a real echo and feedback here.
It's from this.
It's all right now.
It's from this.
Yeah, it's all right now.
Yes, please turn your speaker
Can you
down
shut that
so that
speaker
you
off?
don't hear what's happening. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Having a little technical difficulty here.
We're hearing you great.
The speaker on my computer doesn't seem to want to work, so Nancy's got me on the tablet with an external speaker, and there's a huge echo. Can you hear me? Give me a wave.
We
Yep.
can hear you down.
We can do great. Yep.
Okay, it's working. All right, fine. Because, yeah. Talking, okay. Yeah, I know that.
Start. Stephanie says just start.
Oh,
Start.
okay.
Stephanie says
It's
just start.
yeah, but there's an echo, and all I can hear is my own echo. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. One of the problems I have is that I loved Helen dearly, but I was out of high school when she was only in grade 10, so I was off to university, and there was a huge gap after that because she got married almost immediately while I was still at university, and then took off for Australia. And what I remember is her sense of humor, her great laugh. The other, oh dear. The other thing is, I was there, and I remember the incident with Helen painting Brother David. It wasn't just his crack; it was his whole body.
That's not fair.
What?
That's not fair.
Why are you on?
You're not supposed to say that. It was blue. I remember it was blue, John.
Oh yeah, but that blue didn't come off for a week because it was dye and the dye from the paint. And yet it wasn't just your crack, it was your whole body.
Have
From
some
your neck
respect, you
down.
old codgers.
Oh dear. Anyway, we were delighted to have Helen when she came to Toronto and left Tracy with us when she was 16, and then again for the wedding. And I took Helen around, and we did a tour of old Unionville and Markham, and I took her to visit friends, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. And I remember the really good times we had talking on Skype with Helen, just Helen and I on a conversation over time. But that, I guess, that just waned when she started sliding. Hello, Jamie. Okay, that's about all I have to say, Cameron. Thank you for hooking this up, and thank you to Tracy for looking after your mother, my sister.
Yeah.
I think you deserve an absolute medal.
Hey, Uncle John, whose paintings are those behind you? Are those of Unionville where you went around with Aunt Helen and Aunt Bev and Dad? Could be.
Yeah, they are, Jamie. That's a picture of old Unionville.
I'm gonna mute. That's...
Nancy, you can now.
Cameron, I think you've lost control.
It's all right.
We're keeping it fast and loose.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling here. You guys are awesome and fun. So we're almost done with the organized part, and I just want to say again, thanks for everyone for being here. It's really warmed my heart that we were able to gather like this, because with the whole pandemic and the idea that folks were all over the world, and we wanted to find a way. And I just want to share, I really feel your presence in this room. I really feel, I feel Helen. And it's awesome. And you guys are all, we're all family now, connected through, through time and space and Helen. And so we wrote a song, and it is our last little song, and it's called Home. Can you hold the thing, baby? Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Do you have your headphones on?
Yeah, I do.
Do you hear yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Oops. What are we doing? Yes. Little technical issues here. My home is a safe place, surrounded by love. You can't grow if you don't leave. You'll always make it back home, where the heart beats. Home, made from necessity. Home, home. Helen left Sunday, September the 20th, 2020, and never came back to shore. Home was the open road home, where the soul feeds. Home, home, where we find peace. Home, home.
please. Home, home, filled with memories. Home, home.
We've only won 2,000 years. Universe traveler, be in the dirt is where you sit and breathe. Call yourself at
Ease home, where the soul peace. Home, home, made for you and me. Home, home.
all right.
And now, may the living God go with you, behind you to encourage you, before you to guide you, beside you to hold your hand, keeping time to heaven's song along the way. Amen.
So I've got a little
Everybody knows this song.
recording technology here.
On deck we have Judy and Tony Brown.
Judy and Tony, hopefully we'll hear some.
After this song,
We're gonna hear some ukulele.
Love is Like Dancing, everyone. This is a Cameron Kennedy original that Helen loved, and a lot of people out here know this song.
She probably heard it many times. I see Tony and Maddie. A few memories there. Huh?
Rose, you.
Oh, I'm gonna sing. Right. Well, I saw you glide across the room with your studied hesitation. You flashed your boardroom eyes. You got your hesitation. You're so cool, be twice removed, and there ain't no relation between what you're looking for and what you're gonna find. So if you ain't got any time for me, don't take the time to tell me, 'cause I'm hanging on my brand new angle. Tell me now, just tell me now. What? Love is like dancing. Love is like dancing. Love is like dancing. Be like dancing now. Dance a while. I can't grab my hat. Well, I got time for you.
Let's hear it, Maddie. Here she goes. Well, I got time for you, but I'm running out of time. Maddie wrote that part.
Patience for imaginations of mine.
Well, I got time for you, but I'm running out of time.
That's it. I got it. And there's nothing left to find now. So let's strike the set and take it home. So if you ain't got any time for me, don't take the time to tell me, 'cause I'm hanging on. Love is like dancing. Love is like dancing. Come on, be about dancing. Love is like dancing. Well, I'm not sure. What are we gonna do from here? I'd like to say this is my hat. It looks pretty weird.
How long it is.
Wait, I've got. Actually, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win on the hat stakes, guys. Yes. Right? I win. Except I can't. I don't know.
Sombrero from
There's
Mexico.
some pretty impressive hats out there, though. The hat scarf. All right. Should we sing out of this into another verse? So if you make a bit of chorus. Here we come with the chorus.
So if you ain't got any time for me, don't take the time to tell me. 'Cause I'm hanging on to my brand new angle. Tell me now, just tell me now. What love is like, can't say.
Good morning to all the Australians. It's so early. Watching a daylight savings time. Thank you to all the Canadians. All the Canadians. Keep your arms in the air, Canadians. Everyone from the States. Everyone from the States. Don't forget to wear your masks, people.
We take it out?
Dance a while. Come on, dance a while. Dance a while.
Thanks for coming, everyone. We love you.
All right.
We love you so much. We're not going anywhere. We're just saying thank you.
Okay, and now we get to hang out and have some fun.
Yes, now we're going to hear
This
from
would
a lot of
be,
friends.
this is, now we're moving into the church hallway.
Yeah, this is the friends reception part. We're going to go get
And I think
perhaps a
Tony
glass
is
of wine and a
gonna,
piece of cake.
maybe Tony's gonna play us a tune. All right, who's got the mouse?
Okay, this is this page. We've got Tony.
I can't
and
believe
Judy
how many
Brown.
people are here. This is so crazy, huh? Okay, so now I'm gonna try and find Tony
And Judy.
and Judy. Okay, they were there. Look.
There's
Oh wait,
Tom.
no, I think there we are. Was that? Yes. Tony and Judy.
Okay.
All right, Tony and Judy. We didn't warn you, but is Tony gonna sing
We
us a
did
song?
warn them. She's ready.
Okay, she's ready. All right, I'm gonna unmute. There we go. You're
Who's
on. Yep.
You're on, darling.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Also, I just miss my crazy, wonderful friend so much. And I think she might have appreciated this because just before I have knocked my front tooth out, and I can imagine Helen laughing at me going with one tooth missing. And one of the things I remember and I must say this to Emily Rose, your Nana just loved you so much. I heard so much about you all the time, and I felt I knew you, and then I saw your beautiful face. Okay. One of the things I think I will always, and my neighbours will always remember Helen for, she would get to the bottom of our stairs and she would start singing the least favourite song I know, How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? And she would have her ukulele with her. And I would go out and I'd say, for heaven's sake, Helen, shut up. And she'd say, I'd say to her, why don't you just play your ukulele? And her famous saying was, I can't sing and play at the same time. So all my friends knew that. And I do miss her so much. And she was such a crazy lady. And there aren't that many crazy people up here in Toowoomba.
Oh, rubbish.
So that's why I loved her so much. So thank you for the opportunity to speak. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Judy and Tony.
Judy
That
and
was
Tony,
lovely.
it's good to meet you
The beautiful
finally.
strains of a ukulele.
We're friends on Facebook, and I just adore you two. I adore you two. You just remind me so much of Helen, and I will pass on the blessings to Emily Rose, who has gone to get us something. So, okay, we're going to hear now from a friend called Maurice Franco from Australia.
Yes.
Commonly called Rupee.
We've been fielding a lot of media this week, and this one is a little filmed minute, and I'm going to share the screen. That's it. Is it going to work? The question is. We'll try. Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody. A brother gave me this beautiful, warm Land's End jacket once. I can't remember her name. And I asked Helen to sew some beautiful wool on the pockets. And every time I use this jacket and I put my hand in there, I think of Helen and her love and her joy and her radiance.
Looks like we're oh
We
we're
come with cake.
we everyone please join virtual cake. There's dogs, there's hats, there's flowers. Thanks everyone who sent those lovely flowers, by the way. And you know, gosh, isn't this a big family? We're all over the world. We're all over the United States. Some of us are in Australia, some of us in Canada, some of us are in LA, some of us here in Madison, Wisconsin. I see Jazzy. Hi guys. Hi everybody. Pam, Rose, Kushla, thank you so much. Look at you guys. You look fantastic.
There's Catherine.
So great to see Ted and
Cheers, Ted.
Vicky and Ted
Vicky.
and Glad,
Cheers.
Ari and
There's
Stu,
Laurel.
Donna, Nancy, David Richens, Jimmy, Cole, amazing. Hi guys, hi Cindy, Anya, of course Pam, Julius and
Monique.
Susanna. How lovely to have you. Of course, Tony,
Malcolm.
Chef hat.
David, Allison, Tracy, of course, Lynn,
Tracy, I love
Laurel,
that wig.
and
Very festive.
Monique. Lovely to see you, Malcolm. And we were seeing the other ladies earlier. Christopher and Gypsy, how lovely to see you. You look beautiful.
Wonderful.
Devavon, of course, you look great. Hi, Cole.
Cole, yeah.
Isaac loves
There's
Helen. Look at him. Look at the background. You are good, aren't you?
So
It's great to see you. Helen,
Nice.
Glennie.
Glennie Gale, she'll
some
probably
wonderful
have some funny stories.
cousins. My redhead cousins, wonderful. Look at you guys. Hi, guys. If I haven't
Hi,
said hi to
Karen.
you, forgive me.
And
I'm
Prem,
not
if
sure.
you're there. Oh,
Uh,
hi, Prem. Prem is a kitty.
Glennie, of course. Prem's turned into a kitty now. And Ruth, Nancy, Marcy, Liz,
Liz
PJ,
Kennedy.
Alex, Stephanie, of course, Liz Gorman, Jason, Toad. Hi, everybody. Well, here we
Okay.
are, and then another huge page of folks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lee,
Grace is trying to get in.
Grace, looks like Grace is here. Where's
Trying
Grace?
to get in.
She's trying to get
Oh, Grace, it's lovely to have you. If we could see you, Grace, that'd be lovely.
Okay.
Kaylee, of course. Someone's called themselves Pretend Hat. I'm not sure that's. I'm not sure that's right.
Hi, Tamara.
Hi, Tamara.
Hi, Crystal.
Vicky, of course. Crystal.
Natalie's
Ben
iPhone.
Akers.
Natalie.
Joanne, Natalie.
Oh.
Phil McCann, a wonderful friend who may have run into Helen a little bit when I was a young man.
And Fiona.
So fun to have you here,
Fiona
Phil.
Maya.
Grace is trying to come in. And it looks great.
Mr. Akers.
Okay, so looks like, what about Colombia, South America, says Jimmy.
Oh, from
Wore a
Colombia.
hat for
Cheers
Helen.
to Jimmy from all the way from Colombia, South
Cake and
America.
Ruby, of course. I'm reading the comments now. Susan is also with us. Yes, that's so great. She's watching.
Oh, wait, she's trying to get in?
Yeah. It looks like Susan's
Susan
trying to get in.
James!
Susan
No,
James.
she's with
Looks
us.
like someone's got a hand
She's
up.
with Julius
And
Susanna. Great.
maybe if someone has a hand up, I can ask to unmute maybe. How
Oh,
about
there we
that?
go. There we go.
Oh, it looks
There we go. We
like-
got a hand right
Okay,
here.
looks like we've got a hand.
Okay, we got a hand.
Okay, I'm going to ask to unmute here, and maybe we
Just
can get
says
you guys
admin.
to speak. There we go. I think you guys are on. This is all a giant experiment, isn't it?
Hi guys.
Hey there.
It's Campbell, Annie, and Lockie.
Oh, hi.
Yes,
Hey.
thank you. Awesome.
Hey.
Yikes.
We're out in the wilds of where are we?
In the Scottish Highlands.
Scottish Campbell.
Lovely. Is there something you'd like to say, or just hi?
Just hi.
Of course.
And it's great to see
Thank
you
you
all,
so
and
much.
thanks for having this. It's really lovely to see everyone.
Isn't it really something? We're certainly having experience here in Madison. It's kind of overwhelming to experience how much someone's touched folks from all over the world.
Yeah. This is the Byron crew.
Yeah, nice. It's wonderful, isn't it? These meetings help us get through some pretty difficult times, I'm sure. I know they have for me. And of course, I'm grateful for Emily and Ellie and Kai and the dog.
The dog's right there.
They're eating all the gluten-free cake.
Yeah, your piece is right there.
Why am I talking?
Campbell didn't make us any cake.
Barb,
Yeah,
Barb wants to talk.
Would you? Oh, it looks like
We see
Barb
Barb's
Bailey.
hand.
All right, so
Great,
I'm
wonderful.
gonna mute you guys. Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna ask Barb if she would want to unmute her mic. Looks like you're on, Barb.
Hi, Cameron, Tracy, and Ari. Lovely to be with you this morning. You're doing a great job. I just remember when your parents came to Toowoomba. Neither Rick and I nor your parents had children, and we were asked to look after your parents when they first came, and that's how we met. And we shared all your childhood, and I think we shared right through primary school, and then we all diverted to different places. But you've always been in our hearts. We remember all the birthday parties, all the Christmas parties, all the fun we had. I remember the first time we took Hart and Helen on a picnic, and I couldn't believe some of the food that Helen brought, fresh from Canada. We had celery sticks filled with peanut butter. Now, that's not so odd these days, but way back in 1962 it was. And I remember the marshmallows she put in our salads, and I thought that was marvelous. So we had a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. We only lived a block away, as you know. And so hi from Penny. Penny had to leave the recording, and Robin sends her love too. So thank you.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. I'm looking for hands. If there's any hands, I'm going to talk all night. I just love the sound of my own voice. If anyone wants to, Ari, you want to say something?
No, in the comments.
Oh, in the comments. Okay. Did I say something silly?
Amazing wants to say something.
Oh.
David Daniel as well.
Oh, David Daniel. All right. Okay. So, well, looks like Amazing and Cole. I'll unmute yours thing here. Let's see.
Helen's friends.
Yep. Yes.
Can you
Okay.
hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You guys are on.
Hear us. Almost.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You on?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, hi. I'm just having great memories with Jimmy and Cushy and Glad, we all lived at the Gables together. Needless to say, there was a lot of laughter. And we loved connecting with Helen when she got back here to Australia too. We visited her, what, 3 or 4 years ago up in Toowoomba. It's great. And thanks to Cushy for looking after her so well too. And to see everybody here is just like, well, it's amazing. So love you all.
Lots of love, everyone. Great to see everyone.
Beautiful. Looks like Glennie, would you like to say hi?
Why can't I see people?
Somebody's mic's open. Julia, I'm going to mute you, Julia.
Hey guys, really lovely to see you. Thank you for this incredible celebration for Helen's. It's been really lovely. Really grateful to being a friend of Helen's for so long and really being part of your family as you all grew up and my kids grew up. It was really wonderful. And of course, you know, the time we spent at Endeavour Academy. Yeah, really, really grateful. Love you all. Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. I'm eating cake and scanning for hands, baby. I'm gonna ask Rose. Okay, Rose.
Oh, and don't forget about your cousin.
My cousin. Oh, okay. Okay, you're on, Rose. I
Okay,
think.
Rose.
Oh.
No, you.
No, I guess you unmuted and
Am I
I
up now?
muted. There you go.
There
You
we
were.
go.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. It's so lovely to see you all and to be part of this. Okay, now it went out of my head. I was going to say the very first time I met your mom, it was in Toowoomba, and it was the last year of my uni, and I was going to a Sai Baba meeting at Glenda Philby's house, and while we were there, lady came in with really big curly hair, and she said she had a tape.
She's got me here now.
She had a tape from Wisconsin from God's Own Country Place, and did we want to watch it while everyone was having a cup of tea? So I was also doing the course at the same time, and she put it on, and we couldn't really watch it because it was a bad translation, whatever you call it, but we could hear all the happy singing and whatnot. But the thing I remember about Helen was she was smiling so much, and she was so happy. I was convinced that she was on something. Like, I have never met anyone as
Yes, she was.
happy with her. And she must have just had a perm or something. Anyway, she had come back to Toowoomba to kind of wrap things up there and then go back to Wisconsin. And she had a car full of books and self-improvement and things like that. And because I was at uni, she gave me stuff. But that was my very first memory of her, was this lady with big curly hair who smiled so much I was convinced that she was on, and I wanted to know what it was. So thank you, Helen. We had so many great times, and thank you for and it was because of Helen actually that I came to Wisconsin. So, and I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful to all of you guys as well. Thank you. That's all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much.
Your cousin, don't forget.
Oh, right. Ari said maybe she was pointing down as if down
chat.
would help me.
No.
David Daniel.
Oh,
David
okay.
Daniel.
Okay,
yes,
I'm gonna look.
David Daniel.
_ Bratton.
Hello. I hope you can hear me. There's
Yes.
not too much echo.
No, we can.
Of course, I wanted to say thank you so much for doing this. Is incredibly lovely. It's wonderful to see all of you and to be able to share this with you. I don't have a lot to say, but of course, I loved my Aunt Helen, and I never got to see her enough. It's like a meteor. When it comes, it really hits you, and you always wish you had more, but you know, it's moving on somewhere else. And it was wonderful always to be able to see my cousins as well. You know, I don't think, you know, I think it's pretty wonderful that I can say, I can only echo what everyone else says. She was always full of love and full of fun, and was such a joy and brought joy everywhere she went. And it was such a special thing to see her every time. And I'm really, really grateful for that. Every time I got to see her and I got to see all of you, yeah, it's really wonderful. And I'm really glad that we can be here to celebrate her. So thank you very much, everyone.
Good. Good to see you.
Lovely.
Wonderful to
So
see all of you.
lovely. Thank you.
Lots of love. Take care.
How
Oh,
about Grace?
how about
Grace?
Grace, just great. It looks like glad.
Glad.
All right, let's see if we can get that going.
Oh, and then we have admin.
Yeah. All right. Liberty, of course, is waving madly. Lovely. Okay, glad. I think you're on.
Okay, Glad.
Let me get on here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it is. I'm so grateful for Helen for bringing us all together today. It's just been incredible to see so many beautiful faces, all of whom share memories of Helen with us. It is so beautiful to see you all. You are doing such a beautiful job. Thank you guys for hosting this. I lived in the Gables with Helen for over 10 years, and she really was like a sister to me. There's no question about that. The thing I remember Helen, not only her laughter, but her innocence. There was such an innocence about her, no matter what trouble she got herself into. There was always this incredible innocence. One of the stories that I remember about her best was she had, when she first got to Wisconsin, she ran into a deer and destroyed her car. So she took the car to get it fixed. And the guy said, well, what happened here? And she said, well, I hit a kangaroo. And the guy just looked at her like she didn't realize that she had said that. Of course, it was normal for her from Australia to be hitting kangaroo and not deer, but it was a perfect example of how she lived in so many places and she touched so many places. When she left, a couple weeks ago now, when she left, and Cameron, you called me and told me about it, I felt her. I felt her open the portal for all of us to step through, to have a moment of intimacy with heaven through Helen. And it was so beautiful. And she's still here with us today. I will always love you, Helen. You are my dear, dear friend. And I'm grateful for the presence in your presence in my life. So thank you. It's good to see you all. You're beautiful. You're lovely. You are what love is. Thank you so much.
So lovely. Yay, yay, claps and hearts and stuff. You know, maybe I could share something a little kind of, I believe it's been a whirlwind week, you know, for the family, as you could imagine, and for Tracy. And I'm not sure exactly who told me this and whether it's entirely true, but I might share and maybe Kusha might corroborate that on the day of Helen's passing, Kusha, I think, I'm not sure. Anyway, the story got to me that one of the workers at the care facility came in to check on her, and this was maybe a few hours before she passed, and they said she was kind of giggling in her dreams and had her hands in the air or something. I hope that's true, and I'd kind of like to think it's true. Annie's laughing, yeah, right? For those of us who, you know, were part of our active meditation, I see you doing it now, yeah. We would do that a lot. I think that's what sold Rose, because, you know, when you do that, it kind of makes you feel like you're connected to things, doesn't it? And anyway, so it made me feel happy that Helen passed in happiness, and you know, I'm a the trade that I apply at the moment is I'm a therapist, and some of my clients are grieving the losses, and we talk about what it means to actually experience loss and people's passings. And sometimes the known universe we experience is so porous. And we kind of joke here that I hope Helen doesn't show up, because she used to barge into when Emily was young. She, as some mother-in-laws like to think, that they kind of own their sons, and so Helen would just decide that she was going to come over and help us with Emily and wander in, and Ellie often is fairly free with her clothing when she's indoors, and Helen would just wander in whenever the hell she wanted to. And I think that continued, you know. And of course it made me laugh, but I'm maybe not as sensitive as some, and of course it just, she was a character, man. She was. And where did I start out? I was saying, okay, looks like I'm getting the cue. Is it pronounced Ray Akers? Okay, I'm trying to find. Do you know where I see it. I see it. Okay, yeah. There you go. Okay, I'm unmuting you. It should work.
All right, I think I got it.
You got it.
You got it?
Nice.
Hi, Cameron. I haven't seen you for years. I don't think many people will remember, but the Akers and the Kennedys got together because your elder sister and I went to the same preschool together. So we were talking about crazy hats. I thought this is probably about one as crazy that I thought Helen would appreciate. But I was saying that one of the earlier memories I have of Helen is back in the 70s when she put a tinsel wig on to go fill the car with petrol. Back in the days of Brum. And I'm guessing she was the service station up the other end of Queen's Park. And she was just so thrilled just to put the tinsel wig on just to go out to fill out the petrol. And I remember her telling me about it a couple of weeks later, how the guys remembered her the next time she went to fill the petrol. And that little random act of beauty had made these guys' days for the next week. And I found years later a phrase about committing random acts of kindness and senseless beauty, and that was Helen down to a T. And she was a big thing in my life, massive. I can still remember her apologising to me after Ari was born, because Ari was born the day before my 10th birthday. But she was a big thing in my life, and I think I'll hand on to somebody else. And just thanks for arranging this, and thanks for letting everyone take part in this too, okay? Big hugs from everybody.
It's very sweet. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all kind of we're sewing connections through time and space, aren't we?
Jimmy Humphreys.
Jimmy wants to say hi. Okay, I'm gonna find you, Jimmy. Where are you?
We're looking for you, Jimmy.
There you are.
Nice.
Okay.
There you are.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hey, I talked to Helen thanks to Tracy 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember when it was, and we were just having a laugh together, and I said to her, "How you doing, Helen?" She said, "I'm just happy. I laugh all the time." And that was it, you know. And I was just talking to her about at the Gables about Tuesday mornings. She would get a cup, 2 or 3 fry pans out and make pancakes. And now till this day, like on a Sunday, like once or twice a month, I'd make pancakes. And it's just like, I'm making pancakes with Helen. And it's still a very dear memory to me. Like, we used to have so much fun there, you know? And she was just a joy to be with. And just, I love her, you know? We had a great times. Just amazing. It was so good to see her again. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Great to see all the beautiful faces. I love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Jimmy. Wow.
Yeah. Are any of these?
No, I
have they
think
spoken?
everything's good.
Okay.
Well, we've been at it for a couple of hours, guys. I mean, how you doing? I'm pretty full. My cup is full. Yeah. Do you, Tony and Maddie, do you want to say hi? Nah. Yeah? Peace?
Oh.
You
Hi,
are.
everybody. I can't believe how beautiful it is to see everybody. You
Hi,
look
everyone.
amazing. I've just been, I don't know why, it was when Tracy was sharing, I was thinking about watching the West Wing over at the Gables and how I just had I think for the first time in my life, had a sense of home. And I'm devastated and I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful that we all get to be here. I'm really delighted to have heard everyone and to see everybody. You all look amazing and I love you. You say something.
One of my fond memories of Helen here in Australia, we popped up to visit them in Toowoomba, her and Catherine. And it was the time when Toowoomba almost got washed away. And we're sitting around the kitchen table and we had the course out, and we had cups of tea, and then it starts to rain. And the rain's getting louder and we're talking louder and we're laughing and having more tea, and
the rain's getting louder
and louder and we're talking and laughing and sharing the course and cups of tea. And then we come out and go, wow, it looks like it rained a little bit while we were in there. And then we see on the news that, you know, cars getting washed down the streets of Toowoomba and the whole place
was washed away.
We were cut off for 3 days. We had to stay in Toowoomba and it was lovely. And
we hung out with Catherine and
Helen. Yeah.
And that was right after Helen's surgery. And she was 3 inches taller after she had her surgery. So I used to call her tall.
We finally started to look up to her then.
Thanks for letting us share.
We love you guys. Thank you. Thanks for doing this, Ken.
Yes,
Ken,
that's hilarious.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Tony. It's so lovely to see you guys.
Yeah. Looking up to her. She did. She was taller, wasn't she? Looks like Julia. Do you want to say? Hang on. I'll see if Julia want to say hi. I think you're still you got to unmute your mic there. Still listening. There you go. You're good.
Yeah. Hello, Cami and Ellie. Lots of love to you. It's Sue here, actually.
Oh,
We're on
right.
Julia's. Yeah,
Sorry.
Sue answers Malcolm's sister, Anna's mum. But it's yeah, just very, very nice to see everybody. And was for me a big shock to hear about her passing. But what I can say is that her and Catherine, my main contact with her was here in Byron when they came down, when she came back to live in Australia, and they came down from Toowoomba to share with us. And she would stay with me, and I just lived in one little room, but her and Catherine, we'd all camp in there, and your mum would just say, oh, look, I'm happy in a tent, and we just had a very loving, intimate time then. So that's all I want to say, and I wish her all the best. I'm sure she's having a marvelous time wherever she is. Okay, thanks, Cameron, for everything.
Sure,
Thanks
that's
for
lovely.
being
Yeah.
here.
Wow.
Can I say something, or is it?
Sure, please. Yeah.
I really don't know what to say. That's what I wanted to say. Jesus, I can't believe I'm seeing all you guys. This is unbelievable. And glad, I can't think of Helen without glad, or glad without Helen. Jesus, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't even know if there'd be an academy. We went around the world. We did all kinds of stuff. And to see all your faces is incredible. I love you guys. I'm about to cry, and I don't know if I'm supposed to do that on camera.
It's allowed. It's definitely allowed. No worries.
Thanks, Em. I wouldn't know what to say, but I love you. God, see your faces, man. All you guys. It's unbelievable. There's too many of you to name by name. But my heart is wide open. I love you. If there was a way for us to do it all again, let's do it all again. I love you. That's it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And that's eternal and infinite. And you all know that already because you probably heard it from the old man once or twice. So this is incredible. It's too bad it had to happen this way, but someday, you know, I see some of you guys once in a while when we're, you know, somebody's in the neighborhood, but it's really incredible to see everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Ted.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's lovely. Wow. I know I'm pretty overwhelmed. It's going to take me, this whole week has been overwhelming because of just fielding calls all week and such powerful experiences too. Like just you, Ted, I feel your presence and I feel your, you know, I just feel it. For some of you may know a friend of ours, Henry Gavigan. You know, he's still on this planet. And he found out and he called me up and it was like I was having an incredibly intense day with the three-ring surfer because that is our lives, you know, and Henry called me up and he starts going, Cameron, hi, it's Henry. And I felt like I just ran into a brick wall of love. Just pancake face, just, you know, like pie in the face. And I sat down and I thankfully had enough, like just enough grace to shut my pie hole and listen to him and really let him communicate what he wanted to. And it was an incredible amount of gratitude, you know, associated with knowing Helen. And just, you know, whenever we talk about this and just experiencing Ted this way, it brings such a universe of experience into my mind of just the, you know, I'm kind of like you, Ted. I don't know what to say. Just it's kind of hard to describe the life that's been led and still to be led for some of us, you know. And this is wonderful. And what a wild time to be alive that I'm sitting here in my studio with my family and I'm talking for $15 a month. I'm talking to people around the world. Oh yeah, nice sparkly edition there.
That's not possible without the guys from Australia.
Yeah,
That's
right.
all I can say.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not possible without the guys from Australia. It's still the only book that says Jesus on it. And if it wasn't for you guys, man, this would have never happened. It's my life right now. And you can't understand how grateful I am to be able to do it and remember how it happened. I really love you guys. Yeah. I love you. I saw Theo out there too. It'd be nice to hear from him, but he never talks, never has.
I'm going to look for him. I don't know. Yeah, I think he may have finished up today. But yeah, that wasn't that fun to see Theo, you know.
Yeah.
Just memories.
Ari was just saying that Grandma had a tendency to always fall asleep doing things. So she would organize a whole party and then set everybody up and then leave and then fall asleep. And I don't ever remember getting through one entire movie without her falling asleep, and she'd be snoring so loud next to me. Even at movie theaters, like with full sound, she would fall right asleep within the first 10, 15.
And she never admitted that she was.
And she never admitted it. She would always say, no, I was awake. Like, you know, I remember what happened.
I think I recorded her once and played it back, and she's like, "No, you're lying."
No, you're lying.
She certainly was a bullshitter, that's for sure. Yeah,
Right.
she was definitely a bullshitter.
But thank you, Ari. Yeah, I just wanted to share that a little bit.
Yeah, the character. We were laughing. Some of the stuff I wanted to say, you know, there's 1,000 stories, and some of the funniest crap was that I think she just liked to make people happy, and she'd put on parties, and then you go, well, where's Helen? It's her party, and you go, and she's in her bed watching TV or something. She's like, oh, my work here is done.
I did it. I got everybody together. I'm done.
And you know, graciously, Helen sometimes she would watch Emily Rose when we were teaching with the group, you know, and oh, we had some tough times in Mexico, not being able to get through, and then we'd find out that Helen would come over and Emily would be fed and ready for bed at 6 o'clock, and Helen.
Oh, it was so funny. She loved to have dinner ready for me by the time I got home from school, which was around 3:45. And then we'd sit and we'd have dinner around 4:30, and then she'd like either want to go read a book or go for a walk or something, and then be ready for bed by 7:30 or something, and then actually be asleep by 8. So what did I do? But I stayed up for 3 to 4 hours each evening, and I played this Dance Dance Revolution game till 10 or 10:30 at night, and she would let me play the songs over and over. She was so patient. She would let me play the same songs over and over in various contexts, I guess. But yes, she she liked her routines, and she liked her sleep. Absolutely.
Yeah, she did. Hey, Grace or Kaylee, do you guys want to say hi?
Either of you? Yeah,
I
no
see
worries.
you guys there. Yeah, you want to? You can say hi if you want to. I'll see if you can unmute. Okay, looks like we're trying. Yes, there you are.
Hey, Grace.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm so glad to be here with all of you at last. I miss you all so much. You cannot imagine. You cannot imagine. I have this bright memory of Helen once in the session room. I saw her laughing every day, and she would laugh and laugh all during session, and she would go on laughing all the time. So one day I asked her, why do you laugh so much? And she laughed, of course, and looked at me and said, I'm laughing because I got out of hell.
Yeah.
That was so wonderful. And then it was so nice when she and Cameron were telling me about the show they had seen of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh God.
You know, that terrible tragedy. And they spent the whole show laughing, and everybody around them, because it's so tragic. He kills himself because he thinks that she is dead. So when she wakes up and sees that he's dead, then she kills herself. And they were laughing at it was so ridiculous, the whole thing. Everybody thinking that they were dead or whatever, and everybody telling them to shut up because they were laughing so hard.
Yeah, that
They
was
were
pretty
everybody
wild.
else.
Well, I felt so bad because you know how something gets in your funny bone and there's just no way you're going to stop. And of course, Helen was egging us on. We thought it was so, sometimes things strike you as absurd, but I felt so for the actors because it was an open air theater and we couldn't shut up. And here they are trying to do this really serious scene.
It's the most like dramatic.
And I felt like such an asshole, you know what I mean? But when it hits you, so we literally walked out of the theater like trying to hold our stomachs in our mouths. And God, wow, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Too
I never
bad.
forgot it because I laughed so much, and I just imagining the whole situation. It was so absolutely funny for me. And I just want to say hello to Catherine, darling, my love. She's there, my sweetheart. Our breakfasts are just the most precious memory of all. And our salsa lessons with Kushi. Remember? Hope you didn't forget. Hope you didn't forget how to dance salsa. You guys are the happiest memories of my whole life. Each and every one of you. I love you all.
Thumbs up from
Wow,
Fred.
thank you,
It's very
Grace.
straight.
Thank you. Miss you and I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
thank you. if there are a couple of more chats, I don't know.
Well, I hope you remember I'm your honorary grandmother.
Oh yes, I
according
do.
to
I
one.
do absolutely honor you as my honorary grandmother, Grace. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Well, what do you say, guys? Should we wrap up soon?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Hi, Ellie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank
We
you.
appreciate
thank you.
everybody.
Thank
You guys
so
are
much for
awesome.
being here. I appreciate you.
Love you.
And let's just say we're saying hello again, you know? Thanks, Ted.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're gonna keep saying hello. And this is our global family now. And you guys can find us. And apparently we've managed to connect to people somehow, email, Facebook, Messenger. Our phones have been blowing up.
It was so lovely to see all 80 beautiful
Yeah,
faces.
Oli, it's just amazing. And I know somewhere that Helen just is like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not wait until someone dies before we do this
Wishing she
again.
could be here.
Yeah. Well, let's keep finding ways that are meaningful to bring us together,
Yeah.
okay?
Yes.
All right. I love you guys. I'm going to sign off.
Love you.
Love you.
It's great to see
Love
everyone.
you so much.
We'll
Love
meet
you.
again.
Love you.
Don't know where.
Thank you,
Don't know
Gloria. Thanks so much.
Love you.
We'll meet again some
Sunny
sunny
day.
day.
Smiling through, just like you always do, till the gray stars turn the blue skies far away.
Far away.
Won't you please take along to the folks that are near? Tell them I won't be long.
I won't be long.
And know that when you saw me go, I was singing this
song.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Love you.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Cameron.
Ciao.
Bye bye, guys.
Ciao.
Thank you, everybody.